This day 396 of Zohar Pshat. I'm going to go back to the bottom of Mem Vav on base, guys. I don't think I noticed in the Tzutze Zohar yesterday. So he says, let's call the last line. Let's call Nefesh Chayero Meses, Elu Ilan Inon Yisroel. This is Am Yisroel, the Inun Nefesh Vadai. They're definitely Nefesh. So he says, the Tzutze Zohar says, She'en B'chal Shibim. Right? They're separate than the other 70 nations. They're Nefesh. They're in and of themselves. That's why he's learning what's going on Klal Yisrael because of the singular language. Actually, I say that. Another possibility of learning how widespread the Am Yisrael, but this is in contradistinction to the last part. What he's saying when it says, right? The Taninim Agdolim, and there are many of them, right? This is Nefesh. Chaya, this is one, and it's Am Yisrael. But we mentioned yesterday the Nefesh Chaya could mean because we have give the Chiyos to the world. And that seems to be borne out by what's coming next. Nefesh Vadai. Dahu Chaya, right? They give the Nefesh of that Chiyos. That we say yesterday. Bikun Goy Echabarts. In the quote Goy Echabarts, again, Nefesh sing, but that seems to be like the Tzutze Zohar, that it's because we're a single entity. Yachid, as opposed to Rabbi. Amen. Now the Zohar says, Asher Shortzu Amayim Lemineyim, in which the water sprouted to its different types, the Inu Mishtani Bo Raisa. An amazing statement. That the Shortzu Amayim, Blaim is Torah, right? So our toiling in Torah, we create life in this world. And Tzaddik says that Torah is the map of the world. And when we're Mishtadel in Torah, when we're Mechadish Torah, we make new islands. It's kind of Yochel, new. It could be learned actually on according to Tzaddik on a material level. That we create new Torah, new geographical features are created in the world, but lav dafka. But the point is that we create new spiritual features in the world, certainly. So the Torah is the map of the world. When we're Mishtadel in Torah, so then we create new things. They are the Mayim Ishorets. Korea creates new things in the world. So our Hishtadlus in Torah in Mayim cause the water to be Shorets, again, create even physical things, material things, geographical things, but certainly spiritual things. But then, the next thing is also fascinating. There's Kol Kanaf Limineu, everything which flies, right? In Tzaddikaya. The Tzaddikim. The Tzaddikim Am Yisrael. Okay, so the Tzaddikim, they fly up. They go up. Obviously, they're not just learning Torah, but they're going up to higher heights as well. And Amekulam Tzaddikim, everybody goes up to a certain extent. But the Tzaddikim themselves are more than the Amekulam Tzaddikim. They go higher. Now, this is the question: how to learn the Begin Kach Inu Nefesh Chaya. It could be going back on both Shortzu Hamayim name the Nefesh Chaya because Mishnah Raisa, and of course in Tzaddikim, or it could be going only on the Tzaddikim, and it could say that Am Yisrael is Nefesh Chaya because it's Tzaddikim, and it sounds like that from the Gemara. It says Kol Kulo Nizo Mishu Chanina B'ni, right? That the Tzaddikim are the ones which bring the Chiyos to the world, to their Avodah. They open up the Tzinoros, the pipelines of Shefa, and it comes into the world. So it could be it's simply referring to the Tzaddikim here, not the Am Yisrael as a whole. Am Yisrael as a whole, sure, you need Am Yisrael learning Torah and doing what they're doing, which is amazing stuff, in order to create the Tzaddikim. And then the Tzaddikim become the pipelines. I think from a Kabbalistic perspective, it probably is more the Tzaddikim themselves who are the pipelines, Nefesh Chaya, than Am Yisrael as a whole. I think if you're not, the less Kabbalistic you are, the more you focus on the masses, the more Kabbalistic you are, the more you focus on the Tzaddikim. I can't prove that to you. I think in Chassidus you find that a lot, that there's this tremendous focus on the tzaddikim, the tzaddikim adore, and well, they're bringing the shefa down. So it could be that that's more the likely the shot here, that the tzaddikim, they're the ones of the who are the nefesh chaya. Davar acher, another interpretation, it's called of kanof itmar, like it says, ilin inu shluchei alma. These are the people who are the Shluchei Alma. So, who are Shluchei Alma? It says here. It says here to look at Lamadal Amarav before. says in Ramdal Lav, in Shlichi Eloim, the Schazim Neinosh B'Chezid Barnosh. So it's talking about the Malachim who come down and take on human form in this world. So the of Kanaf are according to this go back and say Amisol is Nefesh Chaya. And then we're not talking about Tzaddikim separately. And the Ophio faith is the Of Kanaf are the Malachim who come down, not the Isorus of the Sat of the Tzaddikim, but also the Ela of the Malachim. It's borne out by the next line. Rabbi Abba Nefesh Chaya, the Inun Yisroel. The Nefesh Chaya is not the Tzaddikim, and of course not the Shluchei Amor, because they're coming from somewhere else altogether. But it's Yisroel, begin the Inun Bani Kucha Brichu. Because it's the children of Kosh Baruch Hu, B'nishmosen Kadishin Minei Asyon. And only the Neshamos come to Kosh Baruch Hu. Man the Nafach Midilei Nafach. Right? Now, now we're going to have one of the things in Kabbalah which is very difficult, which turns me off very often, to be honest with you, because I don't know why we have to say these things, but Nafshon, we're learning what it says here. Nafshon Deshar Min Akum, Ma'anasaru, with the functions of other nations. The Ovdei Kochavim, where do they come from? So he says, Amr Abelazam in Sitre Smala, if they come from the left side. Chulin Lun Isle Nishmasim. So I think actually this is going to get a little bit more it's longer than the Tzutzi Zohar here, so I'm not sure. Well, let's do it anyway. Chulin Lun, they're sick. And in other words, it's deficient. But it's interesting. It's not as so bad as I thought it was going to be. Because on the left, and therefore they're cholin. Islam nishmasin. They have nishmasin. We begin kach kul cholin. They're all sick. And in plain words, umiyachlin, and they yearn leman de korabadayu, to somebody who's going to come close to them. Wow. Okay. Let's see what the Sulam says about this. He changes the Girsa. He changes and he makes it a much more negative thing. He says, "I'm as me in situ small the Masavilon, which are Tome. Isam the Shmas that and the Shmas and Ginka Kulum is solving the Vlo Tome. Masavilon mind the Korabadai, and they matame all the people who come close to them. Okay, which is more typical of what you would expect from a Kabbalistic source, but the Tzutzi Zohar doesn't seem to be that way. The Tzutzi Zohar says he brings down here from Taisus Nabud Zohar that says "Ein based Ben David Bad Shichul Neshamos Shabaguf." Ben David doesn't come until Neshamos in the Guf and the stockpile in heaven called Guf are all completely come out. He says that they will come out through non-Jews. He says they're not in the same goof. They come from different sides. But evidently, they, it's in the Neshamos. And if you go with the Girsa of the Zohar, which we have over here, it's much more parv than you have with the Girsa of the Sulam. So again, they're defective. They have Neshamos, but since they're defective, they come to the side, left. They don't have the same aura because they come to the left and not from the right, from Din and not from Chesed. So therefore, they're chol and they yearn for somebody who's going to come and fix their Neshamos. Okay, very interesting. Stop here for today.